We went off course a little bit. I came up here to just check out Rossolo. She's got a really weird shop. I just bought some papyrus because I'm pretty sure you need that for a quest. I bought a machete because I know you need that for some stuff. But I don't think I need anything else in here, at least not at the moment. Maybe a sample bottle? Okay. The Flametaker Hammer is like 20,000. The DD, holy shit, the Dragon Dagger is just 60k. This is such a weird shop. But I just wanted to check and just grab a few things while I'm in the area, you know? Alright, we have deviated slightly off course. We are going to talk to this guard real quick. I think you start a quest doing this? No? Do I talk to someone in here then? This guy, right, maybe? Oh, there's just a million doors, my bad. Is this a quest I can do with no requirements? What is wrong? I would love to do you a favor. I need a recommended combat level of 10. The Haziel Cult. Alright, is the quest helper gonna boot up? Yes, it is. I don't need any items. Well, teleports, but I can't do that. I need to defeat someone who's level 13 if I take this guy's side, but if I take the bad guy's side, I get coins and thieving experience. So I'll just be an evil bastard and let's get this quest done. I just had another brain smart. This place is also really cool because it sells ropes, it sells balls of wool, and I guess I can grab these. I'm not going to buy any vials of water. Actually, you know what? I will buy 200 coins. I guess I'll just buy one for now. Because you never know. You have to make potions and stuff for random quests too, so. But yeah, I'm just picking up all sorts of odds and ends. I'm going to the bank to get some food now for the Haziel Cult. I don't know if I'm going to get attacked or whatever. You never know. Better safe than sorry. Alright, I was kind of worried that these guys might be aggressive, but I see an Iron Med helm, and I'm sure there's easier ways to get this, but it's actually needed for, I think, an easy clue, maybe medium, I can't really remember. But I was actually just coming over here for the purple dye, but I saw the little red dot, thought I'd check it out. I've officially sided with Haziel, however you pronounce it. And unfortunately that means I am going to unalive Scruffy over here, which I don't feel great about, but you know, I don't have to kill anyone with combat, so I can be a noob. Alright, the quest helper told me to enter this, but I guess I talked to him first. Maybe? What am I missing? I did all this, ran into the cave. Oh fuck, did I go with the Cecil side? No, I talked... No. Okay, I sided with Haziel, right? Hold on. The quest helper led me astray. It's telling me to go into the raft, but when I go to the raft, the cult guy gets really pissy and asks why I'm doing it. So I think this is the part where I need to put the poison in here, and I need to unalive the dog. Let's see, use the poison. There we go. I think I fixed it, but yeah, Runelight, as amazing as it is not always perfect, which is fair. It's, you know, nothing is. And I clicked up the stairs, and yeah, not a huge fan of having to, you know, death the puppo, but I mean, it was either that or fight him, so what are you gonna do? Right, after some mishaps with Runelight getting lost in the quest and, you know, unaliving the dog, Floating down the poop river, we are here. I think this is the end of the quest. We got the scroll. And then, yeah, here's a little cutscene. We're bringing back some kind of demon lord, Majorat. He looks a lot different. Did they redo his model? They must have, because he looked way dumber than this before. But yeah, we've doomed the world, just to avoid some combat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. 1,500 thieving experience, 2,000 coins, not too bad. And that got us a whole entire thieving level. So I think now I'm going to go look at the monk's friend, because I think I can do that. Yeah, no requirements, no whatever. I'm going to get the law runes from it, because I'm going to need it to telegrab during Dragon Slayer, because there's no way in hell I'm paying that butt goblin 10,000 coins for that map piece, so... Alright, on to sober up a monk, and I believe get someone a blanket. I deviated a little bit. Of course I did. I came down here to buy jugs for the quest, and it turns out I can get it at Porkazard, where I stopped in briefly. I don't know if I'm going to need any of this. The answer's probably not. But again, I just want to make sure. So I stopped into the bar, bought Green Man's Ale for a quarter of the price that Cavalier salesman by Backstory Falls was selling him for. Not sure if I need this for anything, but you know, better to have it and not need it. And if I find out I don't need it, I'll just drop them. But I wanted to check in while I was in the area, and I'm gonna go back and help the monk's friend. And I'm definitely not going to get sidetracked and do 100,000 other things before going and getting agility at Draynor. Not even a little. Alright, after getting off track a little bit, looking for jugs and checking some stores in Yanil and Port Khazard, we have finished one of the most arduous quests in the game, with one of the most cinematic conclusions I've ever seen. This ending is great, for real. Big props to whichever mad lad coded this. Would be cool if we could wrap it up, though. Thank you. 2,000 woodcutting experience is really cool. 8 laws, obviously. I can't teleport, but telegrab? Question mark. So that's pretty cool. And it got me to 13 woodcutting, which is just a nice little skipperoo. So, alright, now finally to Draynor, probably. Over it. I'm sure everyone already knows this, but for the 4 people who don't, you can actually skip the quest part of this, and you can just go right down in and just go get the Boots of Lightness without even having to begin the quest. Alright, hit me for a 1. I probably should have food with me more often than I do. But yeah. And it's nice they even included a knife here, so you can't get scammed here anymore. But yeah, we got the Boots of Lightness. Very cool. Just gives a little bit of negative weight. So yeah, it's a good deviation. This was a worthy side trip. All right, definitely back to Draynor now. Well, provided I don't die here, which I don't think I will. But yeah, okay. I'm just a tank. I don't even have to worry about it. All right, back to Draynor. So we got a little off course. I figured I would do this while I was in the area. Took me a little bit to find the beef. Apparently it's also going to take me a while to light the fire, but I just need the burnt meat, and then I can do Witch's Potion, just get that knocked out while I'm here. I did also check the store. I'm going to have to do this. There we go. I checked the stores, and so this is just a basic crafting store like the one in Alcrid, I'm fairly certain. But this is a range shop, and it actually sells steel, mithril, and adamant arrows. Although the adamant arrows are admittedly kind of expensive, like 80 a piece. So, not sure it's going to be worth coming back here, if I'm honest. But yeah, I just wanted to check out Remington, see what all there was here while I was in the area. I know there's a bronze simi here, which I don't think I need for anything, but, you know, I'm going to grab it, so. But yeah, now we are officially heading back to Draynor. I stopped into Port Sarim, grabbed the Eye of Newt, grabbed a couple onions. Just filling up the bank with everything I can get my hands on, just in case I need it. So yeah, I'm actually having a hoot, so I'll see you in Draynor. Okay, we have officially made it back to Draynor after a long time, I'll be honest. I'm just going to buy a couple bottles of wine, a jug of wine. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to need any of this stuff, but I just kind of want to have it just in case. Oh yeah, it's like I'm going to buy a Chronicle. Yeah, there's no point in that, I can't use it. What is any of this stuff good? So I think this counts as warm clothing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any of this stuff matters, but all right, we're gonna do some agility, and unless I get the pet, I think I will probably just come back at like 20. What is that? Oh, dude, that's sick. Okay, that is a cool pet. It's too big, like it's huge, but that is sick. Awesome pet. Right, we have hit 20 agility. I believe going to 30 here just makes more sense. I'm definitely not doing the agility arena, but I'm pretty sure people just grind out to 30 at Draynor, right? Instead of going to Elkrid. I'll have to do some research, but yeah, 20 agility. We hit 100 total level. Looking good. Alright, it is another beautiful morning, and we are at Alcarid. I looked up a guide from Mr. Theoatrix, and it seems like doing Alcarid to 30 is going to be the play, so I'll probably just see you back at 30, or, you know, if I get spooned on the pet or something. Right, 48 plus 1 laps later, we are 30 agility. It's a nice little milestone to end on, I think. I'm thinking now might be the time to go to Zaya. I want to start working on thieving at the fruit stalls. I want to get this up, and then I'd like to head over to the citizens and just make whatever amount of money I can before I wrap up the first video. So let's get walking. Right, we have arrived at Port Sarim, home of the Sea Shanty number 2. I think I'm gonna have to start. Can you take me there? Okay, so I can just go to Zaya right out the gate, so that's nice. I could do the quest, and maybe I will at some point here. Okay, so Hosidius is really not that far, so I'm just gonna head over there. I don't think I need a percentage to get the stalls, but I guess we'll see. Alright, so we've been doing a little bit of thieving at the Hosidius stalls. Currently 31. It goes really quick. It's really nice over here, and it's very chill, except for all the people hopping around looking for free worlds. I'm gonna probably stop keeping red berries now. I think 8 is probably plenty. I'm definitely forever going to be hanging on to strange fruit. I cannot oversell how amazing an item that is going to be for me. Having the ability to restore run restoration with an edible is just insane. It's going to be a long time until I have any kind of consistency with, you know, herblore. So, yeah, really excited to unlock these. I might stay here past the recommended point just to stockpile as many of these as I can. I'm going to stop collecting red berries and probably Glenova fruits. I don't think they're going to be like that necessary, but jangerberries and strawberries and pineapples I'm going to collect, you know, for super compost, niche prayer restoration maybe, and you know, potential food down the road. So alright, we're progressing pretty smoothly. We just hit 40 thieving, which is nice. The guides I've seen pretty much say to go till 45 if you're going to do blackjacking. So I'm not going to do blackjacking. I've never really enjoyed that, honestly, but I will be staying here until 50 until I can get to the Barlamore citizens, and then I'll do those plus some house break-ins, maybe get some jewelry and stuff for me. But the fruit here is just way too useful for me to go anywhere else right now. I just feel like stockpiling all this stuff is just going to come in handy down the road. So I'm going to stay here till 50. That's probably the next time you'll hear from me in, I don't know, probably a couple hours. So, see you then. All right, and with this, it's the big 5-0. We can now steal from wealthy citizens, wall safes, we can do the rogue's den, we can rob houses. I'm pretty excited, not gonna lie. This wasn't too bad. It was reasonably quick. I mean, if not a little boring, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna go do the Varlamore quest and go steal from the rich and give to my poor ass. So I'll be back when I finish that. Okay, after some Metal Gear Solid levels of stealth and a little interrogation, I think we're done. Yeah, all right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this like a absolutely fucking do it. Varlamore is really cool. So we're gonna head over there now and get started, and I think that'll be a perfect end to the episode. I just turned off my run thinking I turned off video. All right, cool. See you in Varlamore. All right, so we're here in Varlamore. I just wanted to, you know, pickpocket some citizens. It's really nice. It's super chill. Granted, you have to wait a little bit in between, like a cooldown, but you can't fail this, and your rates of easy clues are actually really solid. If there was a chance in hell I could do easy clues, I would do them. But unfortunately, walking is not like the most efficient way to do clue scrolls. So, I guess what I could do is maybe be, yeah, I don't even have, I don't even have that unlocked. But I guess perhaps if I get a Varlamore step, I could save it and then maybe try to do it that way. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing for a while. I appreciate everyone who watched till the end or hell, even clicked on the video in the first place, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much and have a good day.